A team development intervention is really any type of intentional action that is designed to help a team improve in some way, shape, or form. Is there a single intervention that can solve all the team's problems? No, that's the short answer. We really want to understand the different needs of teams and match that up with the right intervention at the right time in the right place. So the reason we felt that it was important for us to take a closer look and really re-examine all these different types of interventions for teams is that there are a lot of them. We have a lot of information out there, but there really hasn't been a good systematic review to say, okay, this is what we know about different types of interventions, this is how we know that they do work together, they might not work together, and this is kind of how we get a better understanding of being able to make recommendations and provide advice and support really to teams out in organizations. The total review covered over 500 articles, and when we focused on team training, there were about 120 of those articles. There were 83 articles that covered team building topics, and the remaining articles looked at topics such as team debriefing, team leadership, and team coaching, just to name a few. We know that we have to take into account what it is that the team actually needs to improve. Once we know what we're trying to improve, then we can get a better sense of why it is that we need to focus on that particular issue. A good intervention is going to include the individuals on the team having some input, so we want to take into account who's going to be involved in the process. The other components we want to think about are kind of the when we're going to do it. The final thing we want to think about is really how we want to do it, and we want to not just jump right into that how, which is the easy thing for us to want to do. One of these interventions won't fit everything, but multiple interventions that fit together could potentially address all the team needs. So for example, if we looked at a surgical team and a healthcare system, we might understand that if that team has never worked together, if they don't have a lot of experience together, we want them to come up with some norms and goals before they work together. So do they have the right support? Is their work designed in a way that it's going to be most efficient, but also a situation where they can catch problems and catch errors and recognize those. Once they've gone through the surgery, they can do what we call a debrief, which is to really just go through and walk through the surgery and understand not just from the task perspective, so not just did we do a good job at the surgery, did we also effectively communicate? Did we share information when we needed to? But it's all of these things together that is really what is going to make the most impact on the team. If we want to get the most out of our teams, we need to give them the right resources, the right interventions in that right combination.